Hello there, my Capricorn Collective. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's up, Capricorns? You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling, oh, Capricorns. So give some angels some wings. What's going on with you, Cappies? God protects me and God fights my battles. No weapon formed in spirit or physical against me shall prosper. I'm highly favored and protected from all evil. As is my beautiful Capricorn Collective. Look at that, Cappies. Looks like one. What come up for you guys? Number 43, which goes to 7. Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. Yeah, look at that. Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. Be that beacon. This is like hermit mode energy, right? You know, the Lightseer's Tarot deck. You have that lady out there kind of floating above the horizon, shining that light. So Virgo energy, hermit mode energy. Okay. Cappies, what's going on? Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. So, trust your gut, your guidance, and your intuition. You're going to know how to navigate. Flying by the seat of your pants. How appropriate on it. Maybe I should throw that deck out, huh? Cappies, what's going on here? I like that lighthouse energy. Number 7. Luck. You could be feeling a little lucky. You could have a few things go your way. The luck of the draw, right? Perfect opportunities. 9 of Swords. Death card. I like that, though. Your lighthouse will guide you home. And the 7 of Swords. Yeah, you're smarter for the battle, right? Bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. Yeah, that's why, yeah, yeah, there's nothing to really worry about. Capricorns, just trust your gut, your guidance, and your intuition right now. Gone are the days of sorrow, right? You've learned from this. You've learned what you've needed to learn, right? Lessons are there for a reason. You learn them, take the knowledge, and move forward. So there's definitely endings. There's definitely endings coming. I'm not feeling sadness or morose. For a lot of you, you're thinking about fucking time, right? Between the 9 of Swords and the Death, we got the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. 43 there is 7. Triple 7s here. You're smarter. You know how to keep them boundaries up. You know how to keep yourself protected, right? You go through what you go through to learn a lesson. And, you know, if you're smart enough, you carry that knowledge with you till you go into the ground. Strength card. Leo energy right here. Taming that sort of a beast, you know, that going through and dealing with your dark side, dealing with your issues. You know, the Lovers, Gemini here. You're free as a bird, right? You notice them two naked ass people on there. Free as a bird. This is like combining that light and the dark energy. A lot of people, the dark night of the soul is basically you going in and working on yourself. Okay? That's what that card means. Why are you not getting sleep? Why are things bothering you? Right? Now you notice with the 7 of Swords, 7 of them swords are gone, right? So you have 2 left. There's always going to be things that you're going to carry with you. People, places, things, issues, attachments, addictions, whatever you got going on. There's always going to be things that's always going to be there, right? They're always just going to be a part of who the fuck you are. They made you who you are in some instances. So you got to trust that and move forward. Page of Pentacles over this. This feels almost like you're grieving the loss, right? This is like you throwing a rose on the casket, throwing a rose in the grave, putting a rock on the stone, the gravestone, right? You're doing what you need to do so you can walk away and go enjoy life. A lot of you, when you come out that dark night of the soul, you should be going through some major fucking changes in your life. You're making smarter choices, which is why now a lot of you, you're not really going to know the answers. You're going to be making decisions on things you're not too sure of. Just trust what feels right. You know, you're not always going to know if the choices you make are the right choices. But you know what? You take the knowledge you have at hand and you just move forward. Sometimes flying by the seat of your pants, right? Page of Wands. This is new starts. Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands energy. This is starting over in that new skin. Starting over with a different sort of attitude. Some of y'all even changing up the way you dress. Changing up how you do things. Changing up how you show up, right? Here's one form of dress. And look, this is a little bit more sophisticated, right? A little bit more style. Maybe a little bit more of a daring... ensemble, right? You're changing things up in order to move forward. This is you flipping that script and writing a new story. Some of you, you're going to be able to write your own story. Where do you want your life to go right now as you move on to that Nine of Cups happiness? What do you want? What do you want? Dream big, dream bold. Now's the time to. You're changing things up for some of you. It's just like a clean slate type energy. You can do whatever you want. What do you want to do? And y'all, that's the damn truth right here. What do you want to do? To thine own self be true. You realize now that you're the only person that really fucking matters. The decisions you make are based on for you. Yes, you can take others into consideration, but at the end of the day, right? This lover's energy, family, friends, lovers, right? They're all fleeting. You still have to make decisions that are good for you. The core you of who you are. Not just based on making everybody else happy. Because maybe, you know, in the process you realize some people you can't build with or you can't bring along with you. That's the whole journey with the dark night of the soul. You got to learn the fucking lesson. Some people do, some people don't. Some people linger in this energy for a hell of a long time. Because it comes down to making tough decisions. It comes down to making those tough decisions. It's being able to metaphorically, you know, put an end to your past and change it over. Throw that freaking rose on the casket. Some of you, if you need to, get your little matchbox and go out there and just, you know, do like a pretend type funeral and bury your past in there, right? And look forward to a new. You can always change your narrative. Oh, thank goodness. I love this energy for you guys, Capricorn, right? But you're not always going to know the fucking answers. You're not always going to get the guidance that you need. There are some decisions you're going to have to make. Because you're the only one that can make them. And you're the only one that, you know, has to deal with the decisions that you make. And some of you, that sword's energy. Cutting out people, places, and things you don't need. You know? The lover's energy right here. Some people, you can love them, but you know what? You got to love them from afar. Because they're in your energy, they're just not good for you. Yeah, movement forward. Chariot card here, Cancer energy. Who do we have show up? We've had Scorpio show up. Gemini show up. Leo show up. Now we got Cancer showing up here. Beautiful movement forward, but you can't hold this up. A lot of times, that's what people want to do. They don't want to see those endings because they're not ready to go out there and write their own fucking story. What's underneath this Ten of Swords? Ten of Wands. With the Knight of Wands. King of Cups. I'm getting tough love energy here. To the Justice. Yeah. To move forward into happier, more positive energy. Love, the ability to grow. And look at this, Capricorns, right? There's the endings. For some of you, this is like carrying the wooden casket into the grave here. I like the symbolism of this sort of, the transformation, right? Some of y'all, you need to sort of create that ending in your mind in order to kind of put your past to peace. You know what you mean? Let it kind of just, it is what it is, and you're moving on from it, right? It's like a milestone marker in your life. For a lot of you, that sort of symbolic death where you're ending something. This is you throwing the stone on the grave. Some of you, this is you throwing a flower down and moving the fuck on, right? Endings, new beginnings. Life's all about transformation. It's all about transformation. Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and the Justice card. You're going to be making some really interesting choices for yourself now. And a lot of you are going to be really doing it from a loving standpoint of who you are. Giving that love to yourself. You know, it's not greedy and it's not stingy when you give that time and energy to yourself and you learn to love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love anybody else? Right? If you don't know the fundamentals of loving yourself, flaws and all, y'all, we're all beautifully flawed, then how the fuck you gonna love anybody else? Justice here, the Three of Wands. We got the Moon card. You're not always gonna know what lies ahead in your future, and it's not always gonna be sunny days. There's still gonna be things that show up. Remember, you're still always gonna have certain things that are just gonna carry over, that you're gonna carry with you. Issues that you're gonna have to work on. I made it a point to not light a cigarette when I started this reading, right? There are things you need to work on. There are things we all need to work on that we like to change for ourselves, right? And there are always going to be issues that we're just going to have to be mindful of. It's just the way it goes, right? Ace of Cups here, the Magician. Once you start loving yourself, you spread that love out. And for some of you, you catch the eye of somebody. I don't know, a lot of people aren't looking for love. Some people are so busy looking for love that they make anything work. Others could give two fucks. I'm in that category. That's the last thing I'm even worried about at this point in my life. But while you're living your life, guess what, y'all? Sometimes, you know, you catch somebody's attention. Especially when you're authentically who the fuck you're supposed to be. Ain't no one like a fake bitch, okay? Ain't no one like a fake ass dude. Cappies, I love that. And a lot of you are going to be changing up that love language that you have, right? Once you start loving yourself, you're going to have some pretty strong expectations of anyone that comes in. You're not just going to let anybody sip from that cup of love you have to offer, right? You're going to be very mindful of who comes in and gets to sit at your table and drink from your cup, who you give your time, energy, and attention to. You know, the great thing about the Nine of Swords is usually you're getting rid of them swords. A lot of you, these are individual people, places, and things, right? Once you start removing those individuals' energies from your life gets better. 1313 on the phone when I said that. And once you start removing people and you realize, shit, my life is so much better since I ain't dealing with them. Oh, my life is so much better since I ain't dealing with that situation. Oh, fuck, it got even better getting rid of that burden, right? You're not going to take this burden on anymore. Once you go through this and you've climbed yourself out of this, you're going to be very mindful not to go back into this energy. That don't mean you ain't going to have problems along the way. That don't mean that you're not going to have issues and things ain't going to show up, right? It's life. There's good days, there's bad days, and then there's some days that are just mediocre as fuck. This is a beautiful transformation. But some of you all, you need to allow that ending to happen. You have to allow that ending to happen. If it works for you, then do something kind of symbolically to show that, you know, you're doing it. If you need a visual to attach to it, you know, some people are more visual. So figure out a way to kind of visualize it, to make it a part of who you are. So it'll stick. So you'll remember it. Like a commemoration day. Some of y'all, maybe make you a little plaque or just write it down somewhere. Cappies, I'm just going to pull a few cards from this deck since we brought it up. Since I brought it up. I'm going to shuffle it 2 more times and then we're going to see what wants to pop out. So allow the changes to occur. Do what you need to do. Some of you, seriously, just symbolically make it a point, like you are ending that cycle. Mark the date. Cappies, I love that. I love that. I love that. A date you'll never forget. Strength card. So we got Leo showing up twice with the 10 of Wands. So we've had strength and the 10 of Wands showing up. The strength to move on, the strength to leave, the strength to control the burdens that you wish to take on. There's a Tower moment, but that feels more like just Mother Nature, right? Some of y'all, maybe you like rainstorms, thunderstorms. I love to watch the lightning, guys. 4 of Wands, celebration, Ace of Wands. Queen of Wands, excuse me. Getting out there and living life. That's symbolically visiting like the situation and leaving it behind and then celebrating, right? This is almost like wake energy. And y'all, I'm not feeling death per se. It just feels like, you know how, funerals are for the living, they're not for the dead. Some of you need to kind of make this transformation something that you're going to be able to remember. Okay? That's the only way you're going to be able to make it work for you. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Justice. So Justice has shown up twice. Strength card, Leo, 10 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Justice. Again, this is you have no idea what lies ahead. You're just going to have to navigate. Red light, yellow light, green light, go. Trust your gut, your guidance, and your intuition. This is that duality. This is you in that 9 of Swords energy, that dark night of the soul. This is you looking back saying, damn, bitch, I ain't going back there again. 8 of Wands to the 9 of Wands energy, or 9 of Swords. Oh, Cappies, absolutely beautiful. Lovers, again. Once you start living in your purpose, there's that Ace of Wands. Trusting your gut, your guidance, and your intuition. Flying by the seat of your pants. That, look, this. See, the Hermit card again. Look at that. That lighthouse energy. Your lighthouse guides you home to the stars. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you, Spirit. Number 9, endings. 9 of Swords energy. Right? Getting out of that. Oh, Cappies, absolutely brilliant. So, answering your questions, a lot of you are just going to have to, you're going to have to just take that risk. You know the information you have on hand, and you move forward with it. Should you start dating or not? Should you apply for that job or not? What are you wanting to do? But you kind of need to put an end to the situation that you're in now before you can really think about moving forward. Some of y'all kind of ritualize it in some way, shape, or form. Save the date, write it down, and maybe have that sort of second birthday in your life where you revisit that every year and write down your accomplishments. Don't forget to always write down your accomplishments as you go. Coming out of that 9 of Swords energy, it's a beautiful lesson, and you can learn a lot. You're going to go through a lot, but don't forget everything that you've done. Because that 9 of Swords energy, there's a lot of little deaths in there. Endings, new beginnings, new opportunities. Oh, Capricorns, I love that for you guys. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Save the date, make it your second birthday. Do something to symbolize it. So that way, if you need the pomp and circumstance around some sort of ritual in order to kind of hone it in, it might help you. It might help you. You got this. Sometimes you're just going to be flying by the seat of your pants. Just trust your gut, your guidance, and your intuition. Pray on it.